Welcome to All Things Mental,
a podcast that honors the messy, beautiful, nonlinear journey of healing. Because healing isn't about fixing what's broken.
It's about discovering what you need in this moment and learning to trust yourself along the way.
Here, we share stories, resources, and reminders that you're never alone on your path.
So take a breath, lean in, and remember,
you are not broken.
You're just becoming a more beautiful version of your higher self. We're your co-hosts, Michelle
and Leanna,
here to remind you that
you're never alone
on your healing journey.
Welcome back to All Things Mental. This episode is titled All Things Self-Confidence. And this is a very important topic because we've referenced it a couple of times on recent episodes. And I think it tells a really deep story about our inner selves when we think about our level of self-confidence. There's that self-worth, self-love, self-confidence formula that Mary has talked about before. And to me, I feel like self-confidence, you know you have it and you know you're acting in it when you aren't overthinking, right? Like you're just in the present moment and you're moving forward and you have this energy about you. Like you can see when somebody has self-confidence, I feel, just by looking at them, because there's this energy, there's this air about them. And it has nothing to do with what you look like. When I say that, because I know it can sound like, oh, well, you have to look a certain way. No. It's the energy of what you see in a person just by being themselves in that realm. So that's what it means to me. And Michelle, I'd love your input.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's being 100% authentically yourself and not caring what other people think and just like rocking the outfit or like rocking the karaoke song or whatever it may be, because it's not just about like your outfit. Like tonight I usually wear leggings and a t-shirt on my record, but I was like, you know what, we're talking about self-confidence and I haven't been really feeling self-confident. Like I was literally thinking about this while I was getting ready and I was like, self-confidence, can I talk about this tonight? And they're like, well, we are very authentic on this podcast. So yes, I absolutely can. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to wear a dress. So I put on a dress, I combed my hair, I put on perfume, and I'm feeling myself. And it's a good time. And I'm really excited to talk about it. But I agree with you when it comes to self-confidence. It's the energy behind it. That's such a beautiful way to like define self-confidence. But like, I know for me, I didn't have it until like, I don't even know, at some point on my healing journey. So for you, what was the moment where you realized, A, I need to have self-confidence or build it, or B, I have it?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think for me, it was, I want to say after 2020, when I started my coaching certification and I made that commitment and I got the loan approved and I was able to pay for the program and everything. And something just shifted in me after that, because it was like I was relentlessly choosing myself. I was in partnership with my husband and he was like, go for it. And he has just given me, in this unconditional loving way, so much self-confidence, because in knowing him, he's loved the real me. And then in turn, I could then love myself in the realest form.
Oh my goodness, I love that so much because I relate to that. Like, that gave me chills because that same for me. I remember, like, they always say, oh, you can't love somebody else till you love yourself. And I'm sorry, that's bullshit. Okay. That is not true at all. I have said this to my husband before and I'll say it again. I say to him all the time. I think I said on the episode that he was on, he heals me in ways he doesn't even realize it just by being there. I was literally telling a coworker a story today at work about how when I was a kid, I was helping my dad mow the lawn and I did it wrong. And I was told, this is why girls don't help mow the lawn. And then flash forward to years later and he asked me to help him with the lawn, and I was like, no, I don't want to, like my husband. And he was like, okay, that was kind of aggressive. You want to tell me a little bit what that was about? And I told him about when I was a kid, and he goes, well, I'm not your dad, and I won't do that to you. And now I have the self-confidence to even like take care of the outside of the house, because we've talked about this on that episode with my husband, where like we don't believe in woman does dishes and laundry. And I think we also talked about this on the All Things Balance episode, and man does outdoor chores. No, screw that. Do what works for you and your partner. But yeah, no, I agree. Like my friends, I talked about my best friend before on this podcast, where like she has such beautiful self-confidence. And I think through being best friends with her and through her loving me unconditionally, through my husband loving me unconditionally, and then through just like the journey of healing and doing like, all the programs I've done over the years, that's how I gained my self-confidence.
Yeah. That's so beautiful. Like literally when you were talking before, it brought tears to my eyes because I was like, yes, this is what it is. It's just a general sense of like relentlessly choosing yourself, being authentic, being unconditionally loved, and moving forward in life. And I feel like I'm repeating myself several times already, but I think that's just the way it goes, because like something like that, I feel like it's when you're in the flow state too, you're just letting it come through as a download, and like let whatever is said be said, and owning it and having it be okay and accepting it. And I think a lot of that also shifted when I also took my journey through starting medication and lessening my overall anxiety, because like I was so in my head all the time prior to that. I was so wounded and just hurt all the time by life, and felt like life was happening to me and
Yeah,
not for me, you know?
I feel that. I recently did a video like this week, and I posted it on both our TikTok and on our Instagram literally today, about how I have been wanting to get my joy back. So I decided to like record what brought me joy from the previous day. That sometimes I did it in the moment, or sometimes I did it the next morning, because I literally had the idea on Tuesday morning, like literally a week ago today. So I was like, okay, I'll do it for like a week, and then I'll post it on TikTok and Instagram. And like that really helped me, because it's about being present. Like I've said on previous podcast episodes, where I'm the kind of person that gets excited over the littlest things. So I think I had self-confidence when I was a kid. And then when I went through my traumatic experience and through like, everything I went through with like the childhood that I had, not that my parents didn't do the best that they could, they did what they could based on like what they knew.
Mhm.
But between like that and everything else, I kind of like lost it, because I feel like kids have self-confidence and then it's taken away by
Ooh.
society and how they're brought up and all of that. But I always say, like, hi, I'm Michelle, and I get excited over the tiniest things. And I used to be told, that's so silly. Why do you get excited over the tiniest things? Because, like, that's what it's all about, the little things, the big things, and everything in between. Like, this past Sunday, my husband went out to go buy like stuff for us to clean the house. And he gets inside and he has this thing behind his back. And I was like looking suspicious. And he's like, hey, babe, you know how you tell me that you want flowers, but you don't want me to get them for you if you ask? You want me to get them for you when I think about it, versus you asking, hey, babe, you want to buy me flowers? And I'm like, yeah. And I think there's no way he has flowers behind his back. It looks like a box. He got me a Lego set at Aldi of sunflowers, my favorite flower. And it was just so thoughtful. And I guarantee you it probably cost him maybe $30 or $40 because it's Aldi. But like still, like that was just so thoughtful of him. And I got really excited over that. I even like that was one of the things I said in the video I posted.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. I mean, I could just feel the joy like through the screen, through the audio. And I'm so happy just knowing that, because like it really doesn't take a lot to be
No.
joyful or experience happiness, it can be found in the smallest moments. I really do believe that. It goes back to our phrase, creating a life worth living, living a life worth living, like looking for those little bits of in our day and our time and our life that we can really come home to ourselves and realize that life is worth living indeed.
Absolutely, because it's about being present, and you can do that through doing gratitude. You can do that through just, hanging out with your loved ones, or when you're petting your like dog or your cat or whatever, just being present and really being there, because your pets love you unconditionally and they don't see like your imperfections. And people who have self-confidence, like I mentioned earlier on in this episode, I don't think I can record an episode about self-confidence, but like I was like, you know what, I'm going to dress the part, because it's really also a matter of what you wear. There's this book that I got for my birthday. I think it's called Mundane Magic. And one of the things, I wrote it on a post-it note, and I meant to write the quote down so that I could like literally not record it, but say it verbatim. But it's basically something on the lines of like, dress for your vibe for the day. Like, don't, like, if you have to pick out your outfit the night before, that's one thing. That's fair. But if you wake up in the morning, you're like, I feel like wearing a dress. I don't want to wear like pants and like a top. Okay, so change the outfit. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Wear what's fitting your vibe for the day. Like, I'll give you an example. This past week, Monday, I wore a dress because I was in the mood to wear a dress. Today, I woke up not feeling so great. Thankfully, I think it was just allergies. And I wound up just wearing jeans and a t-shirt today to work. Like, because that's what I wanted to wear yesterday. And my vibe today was jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I think that's perfect. And I love what you said about how our pets unconditionally love us, because I couldn't agree more. Like, there are moments when I'm sitting on the couch or I'm sitting on a chair or wherever I am, and Wesley, my black cat, he and I have an extra special bond, even though me and Buttercup have a different relationship too. Like, she was near me before and she was meowing and reaching for pets and wanted love, and it was cute. But me and Wesley, like, he picked me when we were looking at the litter and adopting them and everything. So it's just a different vibe. But
Oh, I love that so much. What's
yeah.
really funny about Sally is that I remember when we got there, my husband's like, okay, babe, lock in. We are not getting a cat just because it looks at us and falls in love. And I was like, okay. And I saw Sally in there just chilling. And I had like this feeling about her before I even got into like a gut feeling. And I was like, whatever. It's probably just because it's a cat and it was the first one I saw, whatever it might have been. And then this lady knew what she was doing. She woke up Sally. Sally looked my husband in the eyes. My husband then looks at me and goes, babe, we have to get her. And I'm like, you literally just told me an hour ago that we weren't going to give into this. And our roommate at the time happened to be with us and was like, Michelle, it's meant to be. And I was like, hey, but like she chose, like she opened her eyes and my husband chose her. She chose me. Like she loves us both, but like earlier today I was working out and like my husband was on the couch. He could have fed her. Mommy do, meowing at me. Like, mind you, I'm like mid squat. I'm like, Sally, you have to wait like 5 minutes. You didn't want to eat earlier when I got home, so I didn't feed you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, there are times when Wesley will just sit with me, and sometimes I like acknowledge my stomach a little bit, because I'm just like, okay, this is a part that I'm insecure about through much of my life. I'm working on accepting it. It's a work in progress. But he'll just lean up against it, and it like feeling that support and that like comfort is just so sweet. And it makes me like realize that the love unconditionally between me and him, and even when Buttercup lays on me too, like it's the same thing. Like with both of them, they don't care about what I look like. They don't care about if I have a pimple on my cheek or on my nose or whatever. Like, there's nothing that matters. It's the energy, it's the personhood, it's making me love myself in a whole new way, just through their love.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I have a non-self-confidence question for you.
Sure.
Does Buttercup like your husband more? Like, is Wesley yours?
Yeah.
It's adorable
Yeah.
on so many levels because of the Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Like, I love that so much.
Yeah.
Um, I really, really, really do. Like, that's so cute. But yeah,
Mm.
no, like I was thinking about this earlier while I was working out. Like, working out has given me self-confidence. Like, I'm right now, like as we record this, it's April. I can't believe May is on Friday as we record this. It's insane. But anyways, I was working out and I had this thought of like, I have self-confidence because of working out. I love moving my body and feeling sexy. And the workout I did today was I think it was called Better Than or Sexier Than Your Ex. And it's a Pilates that was like just songs about it because the girl I work out with recently went through a breakup. And she was like, I guess she wanted to like feel more confident and she did a theme for that and it was fantastic. But I'm in the middle of doing a challenge. It is we have like 2 more days left of April. And I only have 6 songs left to do because it was either 100 songs or 50 songs, 10 strength. So I decided to do the 50 songs, 10 strength, and I finished my 10 strength, and I still have 6 songs left to work out to. And I'm going to finish them probably on Thursday, like the last day of April. But hey, that's okay. I still did it within like the timeline she told us we had to do it for.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. Like committing to yourself and then honoring that commitment is another way to have self-confidence, in my opinion, because it's like building trust with yourself
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
moving forward in life and realizing that you can be one with yourself. I think that that really emulates self-confidence.
Oh, absolutely. Like we could do a whole episode on self-trust because it's very, very powerful and it's something that you can train your brain to do. Like I'll give
Mm,
you a little example right now. Like if you want to start self-trust, I'm going to touch my nose. I'm going to touch my cheek. Like you can literally like train your brain by doing something as simple as that. Or like if your brain is like you're tired but you want to get up, I'm going to get up. Get up, stand up. I'm going to
mm.
go for a walk. Like talk to yourself like you're your best friend or like you are a friend to yourself because the person you spend the most time with is yourself.
Yes, agree. 100% agree. I love that so much because I think it was something that I learned in therapy, very similar to what you were just sharing, just about the self-trust thing, in how like your brain needs more repetition to believe that the trust is there
Mhm.
when it has been previously broken, especially by others. So, yeah, it just needs more memories that are positive in order to feel safe
Oh,
again.
yeah, absolutely. And like your triggers will still come up. And like I said before, I don't use that word very lightly. But like on Sunday, it was my first potato day in like weeks where we weren't going anywhere. Okay. So I was so excited. And then my husband was like, babe, we should clean the whole entire house. And I was like, I don't. Okay. But like he didn't make me. I chose to help him for 2 reasons. One, I would have felt bad if I didn't. And two, I don't like the way he cleans the bedroom. I like the way I do it. He knows this because like he was like cleaning the bedroom and cleaning the bathroom. I'm like, you go clean the bathroom. I'll do the bedroom. I got you. But anyways, I didn't want to at all. And then I wound up doing it anyway. He gave me the smaller rooms, and we both still have 1 room left to clean. He's got like a pretty big room, but he took the bigger room so that I could do like the smaller rooms. But I remember I opened the pantry. I didn't
Mhm.
realize that the bucket of water was lying against it. So it knocked over and water went everywhere. And I started freaking like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like I got so upset. And he like came over, he threw a blanket down on top of it. And I was like, was that dirty or clean? Because like I was like not in like the right headspace. He looked at me like, why would I throw a clean blanket down. You're ridiculous. It's dirty. I promise you. And I was like, okay. And he's like, okay, where is this coming from? This is not about the bucket.
Mm.
We talked about it, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, I think that when I was a kid, I probably would have gotten in trouble if I did that because I automatically said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And like we talked about how like, well, we've been together for 8 years and like he's not like that. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but you have to remember that like I do still have some triggers that I still need to still heal from my inner child. And we kind of had like a conversation about how like I think I'm ready now to dive deeper and do that, and I just need him to love me, validate me and tell me that he loves me through it, because like I said to him, well, I stopped because you had made a comment one time. And then he was like, well, what's the comment that I made? And I told him what the comment was. And he was like, okay, well, you do realize I didn't mean stop healing. You can't ever do it again. And I was like, okay, well, but that's what my brain heard.
Oh.
So we kind of like worked through that and had that conversation. And I plan on diving into I have a self-paced course that I paid for forever ago. That I want to like, I think I'm ready to dive deeper into it and start like healing all of the parts. Well, not all of them, you know what I mean? Like slowly but surely stuff.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. I can't wait to hear your transformation because I'm sure
yes.
that'll happen.
We'll definitely talk about it on here. And as I mentioned, I want us to do an episode on inner child. And I have a guest in mind for that. So it'll be a good time.
Ooh, stay tuned, everyone. Amazing. So I know we had our all things body, like body image, and we talked about our periods and things like that, like in our previous episodes. But as of now, like, how do we feel confident in our body? Like, acknowledging that the beauty standard has shifted and changed through the decades of our life, but also as the centuries in time of what was deemed beautiful and what was deemed not. Like, how do we acknowledge the self-confidence there?
I think it's a daily thing where you have to like wake up and like I said, like wear what you're vibing with that day. Like if you want to be cozy, be cozy. Don't have other people be judgmental. Like if you're going to work and you can't wear sweatpants, don't wear sweatpants. You can wear them when you get home. But you could wear something that's comfortable to work that you can be as close to cozy as possible. But I think it really is like a daily thing. But I love what you said about like how like beauty standards have changed over the years. So another thing that I would suggest if you don't have self-confidence and you're working on it, clean out your social media feed. Like go through it, and if people are like showing you like, oh, this is me in a bathing suit, I guarantee you they're sucking in their stomach. Follow influencers that show you both photos. Like we could literally put so many. I literally think Mary is one of them, where like she used to post content about that. I can think of so many others out there that like I don't want to like butcher their names because I'm horrible with names. But like, yeah, like I mean, yeah, just go through your news feed and start unfollowing or muting people who don't fit your vibe.
That's so true. That has been an absolute game changer for me, because just seeing other women be completely themselves, completely authentic, representing who they are, like has helped me step into myself. It has helped me decide that I wanted to get multiple piercings and tattoos and change my hair and like, you know, get bangs and stuff. And like even on this episode, like I was wearing my beautiful dress that I had on earlier, and then I was like, oh, wait, we're recording. And I want to take a shower, though, but I want to be calm and cool and collected and just like myself right now. And not to say that I'm not myself when I'm wearing a dress or when I'm wearing makeup or whatever. It's just a different version. And like you said, like dress for the vibe. Like I'm going to live by that because I do dress for my vibe. And I feel that immensely because like, there are many days in my existence when I want to dress a certain way, and then I do. And then some days, like recently in the past couple of weeks, I've worn a couple of dresses or outfits and I'm like, I think this is the last day I wear this because it's been like 4 years since I've had this outfit or this dress or this something. And I'm like, it doesn't fit the same and I'm kind of over it. Like the energy has passed and I'm ready to
Yeah,
let it
no,
go.
I feel that. I really do. Like something that like I would also suggest to people if you're like I said, we just discussed on this episode that it has nothing to do with clothing. It's all about like your attitude. That's what self-confidence is. But like obviously what you wear can help with your confidence. So like if you're like unsure of what you're gonna wear, like today or tomorrow, or like, oh, should I get rid of this? Should I get rid of that? Like that's the point I'm trying to make. Take
Mhm.
all of hangers and flip them around in your closet. So if they go this way, flip them the other way. So like if you're listening to this, instead of hanging it forward, hang it like where you can't see the hook, hang it where you can see the hook. That way it takes more effort for you to take it off the hanger and all of that. And then obviously then flip that hanger around. In like 6 months or a year, whatever you want to do, any hanger that's still flipped towards you, get rid of that outfit.
Yes.
Like I've heard that before. I've never done it myself. But like I mean, like I do go through my clothes and I try my best to like donate. But I want to donate directly to women's shelters and stuff like that versus like giving it to Goodwill or something like that because like yes, they sell it and make a profit, but I would rather help a woman or a child that needs clothing rather than giving it to somebody that's just going to sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. And I'm all for the clothing swaps nowadays. Like after I've done a couple of them with women in my area, I'm just like so ready for the next one. I have two giant garbage bags full of clothes that I'm
That
like,
sounds amazing so much, but when you were talking earlier about the whole like, you know, like where you like agree with me like it fits your vibe and like
"Mhm, yeah,
all of that when it comes to like, you know, feeling like yourself and like following people that like actually show both sides of the photo.
yes.
Representation is everything, okay?
Mm,
You need representation whether you're this or you're that, or you're blue or you're green or you're yellow, whatever it is. You need that representation. And it's just so beautiful. I'm at a point now where my news feed on like Instagram is on both like the pod and on my personal one are phenomenal. They're so great. I love them so much. But like for instance, like I recently went on Facebook and Facebook is not the same for me as it was before. And the only reason why I went on it was because I got a message on Instagram from a friend of mine. And I was like, I'm already following you on Instagram. I feel like this is a scammer. So I listened to my gut and I messaged her on Facebook because I knew it was actually her Facebook. And I asked her, and she was, yeah, that is a scammer. Can you go ahead and block and report? And I was like, yeah, I got you.
mm,
Because I had this gut feeling, I'm like, this isn't her. And I was right.
yeah. No, I know. Listening to your gut is so huge in terms of self-confidence because being confident in your choice
Mm-hmm.
is like essential to acknowledging like this is my choice. Like I know Mary has talked about on her podcasts and her book and her retreats, like any her content over the years, like it's all about listening to yourself, but hearing that little whisper and just going for it because sometimes it gets quiet, but then it gets louder. The more you listen to it, the more that you step into your power and like, ooh, it just feels so
Yeah,
good
oh
when
no,
you're like in
absolutely. And
that.
the more you practice that, the more you will get more confident in it. Like I saw it wasn't now I know we're both like Android people, but I saw an Apple ad the other day that I was like, oh my God, I love this so much. It was about like an Apple Watch or something like that. And it was like this girl like ordering like a soda or this or that or like a coffee or food or whatever, like a little just stand like on like a street corner in New York where you like get a hot dog. Okay. And everybody was giving her comments. Oh, you need to stand this way. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do that. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do that. And basically the message of the ad was stop listening to everybody else, listen to yourself and listen to your body. And I was like, oh my God, I love that. I love that so much. And I love that we are now getting to a point in certain areas of society where we are seeing positive ads like that because that's what kids need to see as well.
Ooh, that's so true. That's so true. The influence, like you had said earlier about young children having self-confidence and then losing it over time. Like I totally agree. Like once the anxiety started to kick in for me at around 6th grade, like that's when I think I started to not be able to perform and do certain things. And by perform, I mean like literally in theater. Like I was in theater, not like perform like in school necessarily. It was just a different vibe. But yeah, like
I didn't know you were a theater kid. I feel like this is news to me. And it
oh
so makes sense because I vibe very well with theater kids because I'm a theater nerd, theater kid myself. Like I originally was supposed to be a cruise line director. Like, I mean, and that would have been like basically just performing like all day long and it would have been great. But I love my career now. But like, yeah, no, like just embrace your self-confidence. And if you don't have it, follow the tips that we've been sharing on this episode. And listen
yeah.
to all the other episodes that we have. What? I can't believe this is number 22. I think we said that last episode, but 22 is a very important number to me. So it's kind of crazy that we're at the 22.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I feel like this has been one of our most profound episodes just in speaking of self-confidence. Like I feel like our vibe, no, like seriously, like our
I'm
vibe.
laughing because I feel like we say that after we're done recording every single one, but it's proof
I
that you
know,
and
but
I have self-confidence. Like
yeah.
we have it, it's there. Like, are there times where I feel like I don't have it? Absolutely. Like I was
Mhm.
literally thinking about this, about how like those times where like I'm just wearing like a t-shirt and like leggings when we're recording, you're like wearing a dress, your hair is done, you got makeup done and all of that. And I'm like, should I start doing that? Like I
No.
literally was like questioning whether or not I should do it. And then I find it really funny that now like I'm not wearing makeup. I hardly ever wear makeup, but like and I'm wearing a dress. But like you're wearing something cozy and there's nothing wrong with that. But like it's just wear what you want to wear. Don't
Yeah.
care what other people think. Like no. Like yeah, like I didn't even realize that I lost my self-confidence when I was a kid until we started recording this episode. So I had a realization right here on the pod. But yeah, like I remember thinking I was a stick till I was, I don't know, like I would say back when I was like 9 or 10. I didn't really feel like I wasn't beautiful until I started getting bullied in 8th grade.
Mm.
And
Aw.
like until I got boobs. Like no joke. Like my mom used to joke that June was A, July was B, and August was C because I went from flat chested to well, they're there. I remember like being made fun of in school and I
Aw.
got sent home. I went to Catholic school, okay? And all the girls were making fun of me. All the boys were not staring at my eyes, they were staring at my chest. And I remember saying to them, hey, up here, my eyes are up here. But like all the girls thought I was stuffing my bra to get the attention of the boys.
Ugh.
And this is proof that I had self-confidence in middle school, but it probably went away after this because I was so over it that one day in gym when we were changing, I flashed them all and I got sent home. And I was thinking, oh my God, my dad's gonna be so mad at me. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. He gave me a high five and told me, good job. Enjoy your day off.
Oh,
Okay.
good for
Yeah.
you.
Like
That's how you take your power back. I mean,
oh, abso-freaking-lutely. And I think I really lost it when I was in middle school through like the bullying and all that. And that's just like such a beautiful realization to have. And it makes me emotional.
aw, of course. Yeah, you didn't deserve that. And it's unfortunately, but fortunately made you who you are today and a stronger individual because of it, because you can now reflect on, who you were and who you are and becoming like the inner child healing is all about coming back home to yourself
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
yeah, giving yourself the love that like you didn't have that you needed.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like what we talked about, I think, the episode with my husband about love languages, like try to like learn your partner's love language, learn your own love language, and then you can like, you know, you can like self-care is part of the self-confidence. Like that, like I mentioned, like this past Sunday, I wanted to have be a potato all day long. I was still able to do that after we were done with all the cleaning, and I was really grateful that the house is now clean. But like That night I did an everything shower, which is like where, like you do everything.
Mhm.
And then when I got out, I washed my face. I even did like a pumpkin exfoliating mask where you put it on your skin, you leave it for 10 minutes and it like actually gets warm and it's supposed to
Ooh.
be warm. And then you like leave it on for 10 minutes and then you like wash it off. And then I did a collagen mask and all that. And I was like, oh my God, this is the smoothest my skin has ever felt. I was like, from now on, I'm totally doing the pumpkin mask before I do the collagen mask.
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, no, like, I mean, you have to be yourself and you'll find your people. Like, I remember growing up and thinking that it was quantity over quality. No,
Mm,
I have so many friends in my life now. I'm so blessed. But like every single friend that's in my life that I truly consider a friend, I see them more as family than I see them as like a friend because like that's just how I am. Like I have my family, but I also have like my maid family.
I love that so much. Wow. That's so special. Um, yeah, because it makes me think of this quote that I saw on a TikTok from like probably 2021. So who knows where it is in this earth
Yeah.
now. But it was a I don't know exactly the quote in the book, but it was the book called Women Who Run with Wolves. And it was her reading the book or something and talking about this quote of like, when you feel like you're in the world and you don't fit in, you're meant to attract people
I've
to
heard
that.
this quote before. I don't know if you told me it or what, but this brings a bell. And
Mhm.
yes, because like going back to the Orlando Bloom quote, people come into your life and people leave. You just have to trust that life has a road mapped out for you.
Mm, beautiful.
You're going to find your people. And if you be your authentically self confident self, your people will also find you.
Yes, I agree.
And you'll
I
push those who don't deserve to be part of your world.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I recently started a new venture called Dragons of Mahjong, and I have it in my area, and I'm about to do my first event in a couple of days, and we're because Mahjong has become my one of my favorite hobbies, and I realized that I want more people around my age, around my area, like to play, and the need is that people want to learn, but they need someone to teach them. So it's like, okay, I could be that teacher. And at first I was like, oh, but I've seen people be certified as Mahjong instructors. Like, do I need to do that? But then I'm thinking, like, the self confidence aspect, like, I know the game. I
Yeah.
know the rules. My mom taught me very well in terms of the National Mahjong League rules. Like, I know how to teach that to people, and I'm learning more every day as now I'm consuming a whole bunch of social media content about it, and I'm learning so much, and it's great. But I'm putting myself out there in such a way where there's like no expectation in terms of like
Yeah.
my self-worth. It has to do with just my hobby. Yes, I want people to ultimately pay for the service of, me setting up the tables and having the tiles and the racks and the dice, and I bought these cute little lamps and all these cute little things.
I know.
And
Yeah, she was showing it all to me before we started recording. It was so cute, and I'm so excited for you. Like it, I cannot wait to hear all about this event. You need to take pictures too.
oh yeah, 100%. There'll be lots to share about that. And yeah, it's just super exciting because it's a venture that I feel like has nothing to do with me, but almost everything to do with me. Like it's
Mm,
very interesting. Like it's this whole new level of self-confidence that I feel like in posting content and also in teaching people, because it's like there's no risk. There's no like high stakes. It's
oh
a
yeah,
game for fun.
absolutely.
Like you're
I
not gambling.
Yeah, no, like I mean, I've told you that like something similar that my husband and his friends started, which was like Adventures on Tap, where people come and play D&D and you drink beer in a brewery and you roll some dice. And like I could never do that myself. Like I would love to be a dungeon master DM, but like I would want to do it first for my friends and people that like I appreciate and want their feedback. So I will eventually do that. But like you mentioned the whole like, you're really excited about this event, but like it made me realize that hobbies also give you self-confidence. Like building Legos, when I first started, I was so frustrated. And now it's like it has taught me to take my time, really look at the picture and like figure it out. Cause like I would like, oh yeah, okay. And I put it together and like, why isn't it working? I'm like, oh, I didn't put it in the right spot. And it taught me self-patience, and I love it. And now I have so many sets, and now I have my sunflower set. So like I want to like finish putting together my Nightmare Before Christmas set because I still have like 2 others, and then the sunflower one. And like I used to have this rule of like you have to build them in order. The order that you got them, you have to build them. And I'm like, that's dumb. We're not doing that, because like there are so many rules that we make up in our head that aren't actually true. And you can fun fact, my friends, you can change those rules.
Yeah.
You can absolutely change those rules.
I 100%
Actually, that'll help you on your self-confidence journey.
Yes, absolutely. Aw, that's so great. I love this conversation. I really didn't know what to expect in terms of the subject.
I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to hit record and we're going to see what's what.
Yeah, no, it's our vibe, and I think it works really well. We bounce off each other amazingly, and I think it's just a testament to how far we've come on our self-love journey and our healing journey and everything with learning how to be confident in ourselves. Because it takes a lot to sit here, because I've shared the podcast with people in my community, in my life, and and I've told people about it, and we have avid listeners, and it's I'm so grateful. But like a lot of people are like, oh, what do you talk about? Like, how do you do this? Like, they clearly it's in a nice way, but it's like I can tell that little bit of self-confidence isn't there for them necessarily, because like they can't fathom like how we actually do this. But like every week or just about every week we sit down and we have a topic in mind, and we let the download come through, and it's
and sometimes we literally decide, like we decided on the topic this morning. I literally text Leanna on my way to work, hey, what do you want to do? I want it to be fun. And she was like, let's do self-confidence. We've been talking about it a lot on our previous episodes, like the last couple of like recordings. I'm like, okay. And that's literally how we decided. And no joke, like we literally have a folder where we have all these ideas, and we'll get to them eventually, but we keep kind of like going like what's going on in life right now, because we want to be authentic, and we want to keep this podcast going and going and going and growing and growing and growing.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I feel like that's a very organic place to end for now. And I know there's more to come. So keep on listening, keep on keeping on, and enjoy your life.
Yeah, no, exactly. And if you know someone who doesn't know about self-confidence, or any of the episodes that we have, or any of our listeners that have listened, and you're like, I think my friend so-and-so would really resonate with that episode, send it to them.
Yes.
Because we would love more listeners.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michelle, for this amazing conversation, and we'll talk again soon.
Yep. Bye for now.
Bye for now. Thank you for listening to this episode of All Things Mental.
Please follow us on social media at All Things Mental Podcast to let us know how this episode helped you on your healing journey.
Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts so that you don't miss an episode.
And remember,
you are not broken.
You're just becoming a more beautiful version
of your higher self.